this is framed very much your story as well as Oscar's as the success story of the festival circuit. What I want to talk about is the struggle of getting it made, because everyone wants to talk about the good stuff and you're winning awards, but I'm sure it didn't happen overnight.
Nah. It was definitely a struggle there. I mean, I think that I've heard stories of people taking 10 years to make a film. For instance, Dallas Buyers Club. What we had that was fortunate for us was our film came together relatively quick. It wasn't a situation where we were waiting 10 years to make this project. But it was an incredible struggle, man. There were budgetary issues, man. Like money was falling out. We weren't really sure where we were going to shoot. For a second, it was a situation where we almost had to shoot in Los Angeles, which I was frustrated about, And then once we moved up to the Bay Area, we weren't really sure what actors we could get up to the Bay, or who we could afford to put up. When Octavia Spencer was gracious enough to come on, she also came on as a producer and helped us raise money when some funding that we thought we had, fell through. So it was crazy, and then in post was even more nuts, because we were basically editing the film in a house that we were renting in the Bay Area. One of our editors was kind of sleeping in a closet. You know what I mean? We had the computer set up in the kitchen, so it was definitely not all glamorous, but we did have a lot of support, in the process. Man, we had Forrest Whitaker as a producer, and we had the Sundance Institute that was supporting us, the San Francisco Film Society that was supporting us, these nonprofit organizations that were coming through with funding when we needed it, and these types. So I mean, it was really it was kind of like running full speed into a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? Like praying and hoping that you'll come out on the other side of it still able to run. And each part of the process was like that.
Well, in terms of Sundance and their particular involvement, tell us about the labs, because cinephiles, we sit there, we watch the credits, and we see developed at the labs, right. But none of us actually know, what that process involves.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's one of those things where I could talk about, or I could describe it to you, but it wouldn't really do it justice. But I did one section of the labs, and the labs are actually very vast. They have screenwriters labs and directors labs and composers labs and producers labs. It's really I did one aspect of it, which is the screenwriters lab, and that's in January, right before the festival. And they get I think it's around 12 projects together per year. Some of the projects have multiple writers on them, but they bring you in, and you are around these other fledgling writers and filmmakers, and they also bring in very, very accomplished professional screenwriters or writer directors to come be at this lab with you. And you guys just staying in this resort, where you basically spending nearly 24 hours around each other. They set you up with people who they think can be helpful, in terms of reading your script and giving you some insight. In terms of how I made them feel, and all of their insight and their perspective comes from the idea of helping to bring your personal voice, more to fruition. So you'll hear people saying, why are you making this? What do you want to get across with this? And they give you, their thoughts based on that, and you meet these people. And you make friends with them. A lot of people that I went to the labs with, I'm still very close with to this day. Hopefully, I get to see one of them tomorrow. Who's coming up? He's from the UK. Yeah. Say it again. That's my buddy Danny. His sister is Daniel Malloy. Do you know Daniel Malloy?
Name rings a bell.
Yeah. His film Baby won a huge award. Basically won a short film. Like the equivalent of a short film Oscar here in the UK. And his sister, Lucy Malloy, made a film called Una Noche that won Tribeca last year. Yeah, so I was in the labs with Daniel Malloy, and we became
so
close.
Even though you've come to the UK congrats on the film, but you're coming and you're bringing your family with you as well, your filmmaking family in a way, which must be nice.
Exactly, absolutely, it is, man, and obviously, you know, the UK is a place I always wanted to see, man, so to be able to come out here this time is great.
Well, we're so lucky to have you, and congratulations on the film.
I appreciate it, man.